to Brian to Taiwan. I'm Brian. If you've been following my Instagram, then you know that this year I'm volunteering at the Taiwan Rainbow Civil Action Association, 台湾彩虹公民行动协会, which is the NPO that is going to be organizing this year's Taiwan LGBT Pride event. I have some really big news about this year's Pride, so make sure that you watch the whole video or you just might miss it. Also, don't forget to subscribe because I'll be doing some more videos about Pride before the big day on October 31st. In one of those videos, I hope to be able to discuss a little bit the English and Chinese themes for this year's parade. The Chinese theme is 成人之美, and the English theme is related, it's Beauty, my own way. Last year I made a video talking about some of the history of Pride in Taiwan. So if you have the time, after you watch this video, you can watch that one. I'll put a link to it at the end of the video. While many places around the world were unable to hold their originally scheduled Pride parades, here in Taiwan, if the situation stays as it is currently, we will still be able to have our Pride on October 31st. Since I'm on the PR team, I thought that I would share some information with everyone about what's going on behind the scenes here at Pride. So first, before I get to my big news, I have some things I want to talk about. I had never imagined how much hard work goes into making a Pride event happen, and how many people really there are working behind the scenes. In total, this year we have more than 10 groups that are working on different aspects of the Pride Parade and the Pride event altogether. From finding sponsors to making sure that we have the road rights so that we can have the parade in the streets. Many of these groups have been working since the beginning of the year, and a lot of us have meetings at least once a week, and some of us have more than one meeting a week. I really have to say that I deeply admire all of those people who volunteered their own time so that we can make Pride a big success. It's really amazing to see how many people care about furthering LGBT equality, awareness, and rights here in Taiwan. Since the Taiwan Rainbow Civil Action Association is an NPO, most of the funding for Taiwan Pride actually comes from donations and advertising, which leads me into my second big announcement, and that is that yesterday, September 1st, Pride released their crowdfunding initiative for this year. If you donate to Pride this year, you can receive a number of different gifts, including Pride-themed pins, as well as a set of cups, or also there's a really, really cool-looking banner for Pride that has this year's theme kind of woven into it. So if you would like to donate, you can check the description below for the link to the crowdfunding website. But if you aren't able to donate, there's also stuff that you can do to help. For example, right now we're looking for volunteers for the actual Pride Day event. Those volunteers will be doing things from handing out flyers to helping direct the crowd and a lot more. There's also a link below to the page where you can sign up to be a volunteer at this year's event. You can sign up before September 7th at midnight. So if you're interested, hurry and go over there and sign up. Okay, now for the big news. Are you ready? I'm ready. So this year's Pride event hosts have been chosen. In total, there will be a team of 6 people who will be hosting the day-long event. A few weeks ago, I received a message from one of my friends who's volunteering in a different group, and she told me that this year they were looking for hosts from the volunteers that are volunteering for this year's Pride. So I filled out the form, and a little bit later I received an email asking me to come in for an interview. I went into the interview and there were 5 people there asking me lots of different questions about everything from LGBT topics to how to handle doing things on stage as a host, pretty much everything you can imagine that is related to both Pride and hosting. I was really nervous. But then, later last week, I received an email saying that I had been chosen. So, I'm going to be one of the 6 hosts at this year's Taiwan LGBT Pride. So you can expect to see me there on stage. Well, that's my big news. So, remember, if you're interested in helping out with Pride, you can donate with the link in the bottom, or you can volunteer. Remember, that has to be before September 7th. Also, about the gifts for donating. They're limited, so you have to hurry and donate if you want to get some of those. We have a lot more that's going on behind the scenes at Pride right now, so over the next 2 months, we'll have a lot more stuff that's going to be coming out. I can't give you too much information right now, but you can be sure that you don't miss it by checking back to the Taiwan LGBT Pride Facebook page regularly. There's some really cool stuff that's going to be happening soon, so look out for that. Well, that's all of my news for today, so thanks for watching Brian to Taiwan. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.